Hey Sterlingers, hope you're doing well. So we're doing another Berserker today. This is Ivan, who's primed in Skeleton Bone. All the Berserkers will be primed in Skeleton Bone, by the way, because it's just simpler that way. And we're going to be starting off with a little bit of mixture of mocha skin and tanned flesh. So this is from the Army Painter's skin tones and their war paints, because he had this nice brownish gray skin, very different. So I didn't know if I wanted to just use the mocha or the onyx skin. Now I could have added the onyx skin and then added the tan flesh. I want to test it out too, but I actually like the color scheme that this one gave. It actually lightened a bit of the mocha, took away some of the redness of it. I like the way the skin turned out on this one, so just mix it up. It was about a 50-50. I don't actually count how many droplets I put. I mix it and see if it looks good, and that's how I make my paints. So he's got a little bit of skin everywhere here. You got to make sure. I forgot one of his legs at one point, so I thought I was done. I was like, oh nope, forgot his leg there, and then I forgot his leg on his right leg as well. It's just showing through the furs a bit there, so don't miss those. Next, we're doing some oak brown. And these are for straps and his boots and the inside part of his gauntlets, and there's just some straps here and there. Now I noticed that this paint is extremely shiny, very glossy, and I think I've used it in the past. I haven't used it very often, and it's very thin, and I shook this sucker in my paint shaker and everything. Yeah, so it's pretty interesting. Anyways, once I put the shade over it later on, it'll kind of dull it down a bit, but still it's a little too glossy for my opinion. Yeah, so that's that. We're going to move on to some fog gray now. We're going to be doing this for the hilts of his axe. He had like a grayish blue tint to him on the artwork, so I figured I'll stick with this here, give it this nice little blue tone to it. The shade will darken it down. Well, not darken it, but we'll do something a little different to it. Makes it look a little more grayish than blue, but it still turns out pretty nice. Wolf gray now. This is from Vallejo Gang Color. I don't have a nice light blue like this that was on in the Army Painter style, or the Army Painter paints, so I bought this one. Plus, I'm starting to like Vallejo's colors, how they go on smoothly. They're very nice. They're not too thick either, but they're not like overly thin. They give a nice coverage. So if I run out of a certain paint, maybe an Army Painter, I might see if there's an equivalent in Vallejo and try them out. Matte black now to do those nice, what do you call those? The cornrows or his hair. He's got these nice like tassels of hair, really awesome looking detailed hair, which is different on a model. You don't often see this, so it's pretty cool to do that. And the matte black does a great job. I do miss a couple spots, but wash takes care of that later on, right? We are getting close to those 1,000 subscribers, folks. This is going to be my goal for 2022. Please hit that subscribe button, as 85% at least of you are not even subscribed. It doesn't cost anything, guys. Please just subscribe to the channel. That'll be greatly appreciated. Moving on to some werewolf fur now. We're gonna be doing this on his what do you call this, like a cloak kind of thing. He's got like furs and a cloak, or not a cloak, but like a dressing, I guess. I don't even know what you call this part. Maybe it's more furs, and that's what he's wearing, his furs and all that. There's just some on top of the belts there. He's got these little shields. Just who cares if you paint over them as well, because you're going to paint over that later on. There is a little part in the back here that's a little hard to figure out if it was that gray, like that fog, or the wolf gray fur, if it should have been that, or if it should have been this werewolf fur. Like, it's a little mixed up. As you can see, the part like sticking out, it's like as if it went underneath the other fur. So hey, here we go again with the fur count. No, don't have to do it this time. Last time one of the viewers did count how many there was that I said fur, and it was actually accurate, so that was good. Thank you for doing that. That was awesome. Muchly appreciated. That goes to tell you how much people are watching them. Matte white now. I'm messing up the eyes and the mouth. Yep, I suck at the face. I just want to get a little bit of white in there, so when the shade comes in later, it'll do a better job. Shining silver now. We're going to be doing those beautiful axes, the chains that are coming out of there. We're going to add some detail to them a little bit after with another color. But the artwork had extremely shiny metallic. So I really want to use the shining silver on this. He's got his armor as well on his hands and on his shoulder. Yeah, so you're going to want to put this a little bit everywhere. Okay, now we're gonna use some combat gold or bright gold. This is actually from the Zombicide Invader set, but their bright gold is identical to it. This is the one I have and I use. We're using on those little shields that he has. It seems like a lot of these characters have these little shields on them, and we're gonna do all the nice little detailed trimmings on his axe, on his shoulder armor, on his gauntlets. Just to really make these items pop a little bit more on the table. Not just, you know, silver and then we're going to put a shade on it and then that's it. No, the gold really brings out and focuses on these areas of the metal, which is awesome. And now we're going to splatter this entire miniature with some Nuln Oil. Yeah, even the skin. I didn't want to use a flesh wash. I could have, but I found that the Nuln Oil was doing a good job when I hit the face while I was doing the hair. I was like, you know what, let's just get all of this model done in the Nuln Oil. When it dries up, it looks amazing. Nuln Oil, you can't go wrong with it. I have not tested the new Nuln Oil. I have no idea if it's better or not. I'm going to wait till I use this one completely and then buy one. Probably by the time I'm done painting my miniatures, I'll probably need a new one anyways. So it'll be a good test. And there you have it, folks. Ivan the Berserker is painted and ready for the table. I added a little bit of asphalt terrain and some rocks there at the bottom just to give it a nice little finishing touch. I want to thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you all in the next one.